Welcome to this tutorial that covers the general layout and features available in Google Classroom. When you navigate to the home page of Google Classroom, you will find any classes that you have created are here on the Google Classroom homepage. Each of these classes have several features involved right from the front. If you look at this little arrow right here, this is a link that will open the Gradebook for your Google Classroom. If you have any grades that you've assigned to students or any assignments that you have corrected, this will take you to a chart, a summary of your class and their marks. Any assignments, materials, or uploads that you have added to your Google Classroom, or any assignments that students have handed in to you through your Google Classroom are also stored in a connected file folder in your Google Drive. This button right here is a shortcut that will take you straight to that folder. On the top of our Google Classroom tile, we have three dots. Anytime you see three dots or three dashes in any of the Google apps, is a signifying that there are many more options that we are able to use or features that are hidden. If we click on these three dots, we can find that we are able to move these tiles and rearrange the order that they appear on our screen. We can edit, and in editing we are only able to actually edit the information that we entered when we set up our classroom, so the name, section, subject, or room. We are able to copy a classroom. This comes quite useful in June, near the end of the year, when you wish to finish up with one classroom. If you copy your Google Classroom, what happens is there is a copy made with all of your assignments, materials, and files, but not any roster or comments or announcements. So basically it's a skeleton of your classroom that you can now add a new class list to and invite new class of students in September. All of your assignments that you have done in the previous year will be there in draft form. So they're not available for students to see right off the bat all at the same time. You can slowly make them available to the students throughout the following year. Really great feature to restart a course for the second year in a row and not have to upload everything from scratch. If you choose archive, you will accidentally end this classroom and you will store a copy of all the information, the posts, the student marks, assignments in an archive setting, and they would be available for you to review if you wanted to compare from year to year. But once you do this, all your students are now no longer able to access your Google Classroom. So an archive is definitely not something that we want to accidentally click on, and make sure that we only archive it at the end of the year when we are finished with that classroom of students. So that's your main page. That's all the features that you will find on each tile for each class, and by clicking on the actual name of the class, you can enter into that actual classroom. The other couple of things that we have that are on the home page right now, this is a birthday cupcake that you see, and it really doesn't have any purpose other than to say happy 5th birthday to Google Classroom and to make it rain confetti. I'm pretty sure that it will likely disappear shortly. The other thing that we have up here is a plus sign, and it is used to create or join a class. If you've watched the previous video, you'll know that to create a new class to share with students or to join a classroom that has been created by another teacher as a student, you need to click on this plus sign and then follow the steps in order to complete that process. The other thing that we see from our regular Google Classroom homepage is we have the three dashes in the corner, which will bring us to a new menu. In this menu, we can go to our class view, which you can see is the homepage, and we can go to a calendar. Once you click on the calendar, any events that you have set, any due dates, assignments that you have set through your Google Classrooms will be shown on your calendar. If I go back a couple of weeks to the 20th of September, you can see that I had 4 different classes who had the same assignment due on the 20th of September. They are also color coded for you. The color code of these events will match the actual color that you've put on the theme of your classroom. It also offers you a handy to-do list. Once you click on the to-do list, it tells you if you have any work to do with Google Classroom. So as a teacher, obviously, work to do would be that I have assigned 20 people this assignment who have not turned it in. So I need to contact them and make sure that they are aware that it's not handed in yet. It needs to be handed in. And of course, if it is turned in, I need to correct it. So because there's work in progress here, this is reminding me that I need to hound these students to get their assignments in, and I need to correct the ones that have been turned in. Once I do that, I can click on my 3 dots, I can mark it as reviewed, and it will go into the things that I've already done and no longer exist on my to-do list. I also access my Google Classrooms, each individual classroom if I want to go into them, and I can go and I can see any of the archived classes that I had from years previous. I am allowed to go into those and see my assignments. I am able to go in and see any assignments that I posted that year. I can see any of the students' results, any of the conversations that we had. Everything that was in that course is stored in a non-live setting. And of course, the last thing that we have is the settings cog. When you click on the settings cog, it just gives you the opportunity to change your profile picture. You can manage your passwords for Google and other security options. And of course, you can turn on notifications. These are notifications that will come to your email. I personally choose not to receive notifications. I find that I have quite enough email coming through my inbox. I also use the app, and therefore I'm informed whenever I need to know that there's activity on my Google Classroom. But if you wish to receive a notification by email that tells you when there's activity on your classroom, you can certainly toggle this on, and you will be emailed whenever there is activity on your Google Classroom. And there's our tutorial for Google Classroom homepage and navigation. If you have any more questions and you would like further information on the details of how to use Google Classroom, please continue to watch the videos in this playlist.